DKOldies. Welcome to DKOldies podcast number 11, starring Drew Steimel, Anthony Leach, and Rich Saucier.
Thank you, and welcome to the DKOldies podcast.
Welcome.
It's exciting. We got a great show for you today. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff at DKOldies.com. We buy and sell old video games, and here we're going to just talk about some. We're going to talk about Legend of Zelda for the NES. We are going to continue the debate for the greatest NES games of all time. We're going to play The Legend of Zelda. Anthony will today. And then we're going to show you our cellular games. We buy games and collections every week, and we're going to show you the best stuff that came in this week. So let's get on with the show. But first, I wanted to do a little thing. Anthony and I, during the week, we always have a little coffee break. And I go back to where Anthony's testing games, and we have what I like to call coffee time.
This is the life I live. Drew's slurping his coffee. Some soup.
It cools the hot.
You slurp the soup?
I cool it.
Soup slurper?
Instant cooler because I'm cool.
Not at all. I'm constantly breathing out bad particles.
What? That was
some good conversations there.
No, not really. No.
I think so.
I'm sorry about that, folks. That's our coffee discussions that we have. They're sort of ridiculous.
Good times.
But how are you guys? Rich, what do you think about the show today? It's going to be an awesome show, right?
I'm excited.
Legend of Zelda, you excited about that?
I love Legends of Zelda. The first one is that was what got me into like RPG action adventures, and it feels like an adventure. You can get into the game.
You're in the game.
You can be in the game.
Do you know, me and Anthony talked about this today while drinking coffee.
Did you?
Yeah, let's take a look. Bill Murray was in it.
Sounds
Do you think
interesting.
it does? There's bugs in it.
Oh, it stinks.
Sort of. But he was the bad guy in it. It had Emma Stone in it, too. It's like virtual reality. So that was interesting. That was good.
Like that, Rich?
I forgot I was there. I think for a minute.
I think you were there.
For a little bit.
Yeah. So that's our show for today, and let's get right into Legends of Zelda.
Let's do it.
At DKOldies.com, we like to do our featured game segment, and we're going to talk about The Legend of Zelda for the NES. This is where we'll briefly go, and we'll have Anthony discuss his facts and feelings over a certain game title. But today we're going to change it up a little bit. Today, Anthony and I decided that we're going to do what we called... Anthony, do you remember what we were going to call it?
We're going to call this the Knowledge Off.
The Knowledge Off. It's where Anthony randomly goes over a fact that he remembers about Legend of Zelda. Nothing from Wikipedia, no straight hardcore facts. These are personal stories about Zelda that he remembers. Then I tell one, and we go back and forth until someone has nothing on their mind and they lose.
Okay.
Ready? You want to go first?
I'm going to go first. Main boss in Zelda is Ganon. You like that?
No, that's terrible.
It's true.
Actually never played The Legend of Zelda for more than 5 minutes. Everyone thinks I've played it 100 times and I love the game. I actually thought it was a stupid game when it first came out. I was more of an Ultima, Bard's Tale, hardcore RPG kind of guy. And when Zelda came out, he was like a little guy and he would run around and just jab his little stick at people.
That was lame?
I thought it was for little kids. I thought it was stupid.
Does that count as a fact?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's my fact. That's the kind of facts I'm looking for.
Okay, well, I've played this game a lot. Made by Miyamoto. Okay? You like that?
That's your fact?
It is a fact.
All right. Okay, that's a good fact.
Let's go back.
Yeah, all right. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past was the first Zelda game I ever played. And when I played it, I since I don't like those kind of games with their puzzles and their I don't know, they're running around with their little guy. I got into it. I started to like it, right? And then I got to that, I think like the first half, like before you go back in time and the whole world changes. Do you remember this?
Link to the Past?
Yeah. And I thought the game was over. And then when I realized there was more to the game, I was like,
I'm done playing.
Yeah, I was like, I thought it was done, but really, I just found out that I was only halfway there.
Yeah, and that's a bad feeling. It makes you not like, oh, I beat the game. Wait, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's linked to the past information. In Zelda, you star as a character named Link. Boom. Boom. Played this game my whole life. Hit me.
I never played Zelda, so I don't know.
Neither have I. I'm so lying. I've only played this game for maybe 5 minutes.
Zelda is I'd say our top 3 most popular title.
I know, it's great. I know
everyone buys it. Everyone loves it. Like, I have friends that just go crazy for Zelda. They wear the ears. They dress up.
Just to play the game.
They do, and they love it. And
hold on a second, let me get my ears on.
I like it I think it's a cool gold cart.
It's cool. It's gold. What is it? Probably the first gold cart. I don't have many stories. One day I woke up. It was Sunday morning. I've had the gold cart since I was a small child. It was my older brother's, and I never played it. It was always laying around. Woke up one morning. My friend's playing Zelda, and we ended up playing it. I ended up watching him play for a few hours, and that's the only story I have. But I didn't really like it. You start back at the beginning. It's hard to kill those guys. Once you leave, if you go to another section, you go back to the section you were in.
So I think we're taking a stance here against the majority, and we're saying Zelda's not a good game.
It's a great game.
No. Anthony doesn't like it, and I don't really like it. So everyone out there who pretty much likes Zelda, something must be wrong with you.
This was
I agree.
This was one of the few games that the second time you play through after you beat it, it was not the same as the first one.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, hold on, trivia.
I mean, I don't even like Ocarina of Time.
Whoa, I love
Majora's Mask.
I haven't played Majora's Mask, but
Majora's Mask.
I'm gonna go so far as to say the targeting is so old.
People say that with the Z targeting.
Like, they're still doing the Z targeting. It's like, come on, you gotta get. It's like the same game over and over and over again.
It's fun. That's like the main part of the gameplay.
I think
Z-targeting.
I think it's almost like tricking I think, you know what? Like, this is not an RPG. It's sort of an action adventure game, and it's sort of it's like it wants to be an RPG. So it's like it takes people who want to say that they like hardcore games and RPGs, and it's like a game made for little kids.
I don't think so, man. It's a lot. If you played it more, you would realize how dark it is and how
dark.
It is dark. It gets dark. Is it dark?
I think Majora's Mask was.
No, we're talking about the NES.
The NES Zelda?
Yeah, I mean, it is dark. A little dark in the beginning. You go into a cave and take something from this
when you go into those
stranger,
in the castle levels, when that music starts playing, you better get your ears on.
I guess. See, I grew up on games like Ultima and Bard's Tale, and those games were dark. They were like disgustingly dark, like real RPGs. You had to read things.
Yeah, that sucks. Right? I don't know why. I hate that you like those things.
And I liked Final Fantasy. That was my favorite RPG at the time. And then when this came out, I was like, this isn't even a real RPG. I don't even know what everyone's freaking out about. They must like just the gold, shiny stuff.
I don't even like how much you have to read in this game. You were like playing, Drew's over here playing Commodore 64 games like, what's that, the Trail game? What's that called?
Oregon Trail?
Yeah, the Oregon Trail.
I never played that game. You played that game. But I think we've gone on a tangent here, and we've gone away from our contest, and we've basically just trashed Zelda, and this game's done.
Hopefully no one buys these copies. Okay.
Hey, you know what? Actually, you know what? I remember earlier today that Anthony and I, during we were drinking coffee, and we talked about Zelda today. Let's take a look at that.
Check it out. I wish they had a mouth filter.
You just get a filter and wrap it around your head.
I believe that there is magical smells.
There's magical smells?
The smells are feelings and tastes are feelings.
Tastes are feelings?
Yeah.
There is no magic.
How can you prove that?
Scientist. Wow, that was some great insights on Zelda, Anthony, during our coffee time talks. I'm surprised you knew that much about Zelda. Anyway, we are done with that segment, and we're going to do our debate.
Back to the debate.
DK Oldies we like to do our game debate. 3 episodes ago, we took the 12 best NES games and we broke it down to the 8 best NES games, and now we are going to take that down to 4. We have our board that we have taken a lot of time to put this thing together and really draw up all of our games, and we've eliminated really awesome games like Duck Hunt and Castlevania and Double Dragon 2 and Mega Man. They're gone. The best games now, Legend of Zelda, which we love, and Metroid. Now, what game is going to move on here in this competition?
This can't be just about us, though.
No, it has to be about the world.
We don't like Zelda.
We're saying
we like Metroid.
We're not saying what games we like the best. We're talking about what games you like the best, and we're deciding for you. So then you can then go to someone else and be like, "Listen, I know the best games because I've been told, and by us." So
Masters.
Yes. So The Legend of Zelda versus Metroid. What is the best NES game against these two?
Not that this is going to decipher it, but which is a bigger seller for us? Do you know?
Zelda's a better seller.
Okay.
Does that matter?
No. Maybe. I mean,
really?
It kind of shows.
What do you? If you were to smell either of these games,
I would definitely like to.
Which would look better after you smelled it?
I'm gonna go with Metroid. No, because orange has a really sour
That is
smell.
so ridiculous. I think we had a feature game on Zelda earlier in the show, and we talked about our love for Zelda, and I think it's clear to everyone at home that Zelda would beat Metroid. So Metroid is obviously gone.
We're not talking in a fight, Samus versus Link.
No. We're talking about the greatest game of all time, and Zelda, The Legend of Zelda, will move on.
Zelda. Okay.
All right, and he's going to go against the winner of this next matchup, Super Mario Brothers 3. Clearly the greatest game of all time, but we're not done yet. Versus Contra, which is every 35-year-old man's fantasy game. It's his favorite game. It's always the guy, like, he doesn't really know that. He doesn't play all the games, but he
knows Contra.
What are his favorite games? Tyson, Tecmo, and Contra.
Yes.
Right? Those are his 3 favorite. They're man games. So let's talk about them. Let's debate them. Super Mario 3 versus Contra. I mean, Super Mario, I think this is like a top 3, so it's unfortunate that these two are going against each other to be eliminated. But you got to choose one. And we're going to.
All right, so let's get personal for a second.
Let's get personal.
Which one do you like better?
I like Super Mario 3 better.
Really?
Yeah, I played Super Mario 3 much more than I did Contra. Contra is a great co-op game. Arguably could be the best co-op game ever made. But Super Mario 3, it just took, at the time, it took the greatest game, Super Mario Brothers 1, and just
boosted it.
It just went crazy. Yeah. There was so much going on in Mario 3 that, I mean, I would play that forever. I remember being locked in my basement just down there, like Easter dinner. I'm like, I'm not coming upstairs. I remember my whole family was upstairs and they're yelling at me, and I was on like the ship level where like the bullets are shooting at you and the ships are there, and I was like, I can't. My thumb hurt so bad. I was like, I can't come up for dinner right now because you can't stop. You can't. I guess you could pause it.
Yeah, but then you lose your.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't do it.
Okay.
I go Super Mario Brothers 3.
We're gonna have to pick Super Mario Brothers 3.
Contra, done.
Later.
SM3, moving on. Boom. All right, here we go. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out versus Tecmo Super Bowl.
Me personally,
yeah,
I would pick Tecmo Super Bowl because I just like that game better. And we saw a few episodes ago that I'm not the greatest Mike Tyson's Punch-Out player, so I would go with Tecmo Super Bowl. But
let's be clear. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, it's a gimmick. It's repetitive. All you have to do is memorize the guy and go on. There's Glass Joe, he's not even real. He's like a couple moves and that's it. But you personally think about Glass Joe. Now, Tecmo Super Bowl, you wanna play me in Tecmo Super Bowl? The strategy involved to
Yes.
play, like,
I think you could play Tecmo Super Bowl way longer than you could in Mike Tyson Punch-Out.
I would
without
say
getting old.
I would say it's clear. It's a clear winner that Tyson is a far less superior game than Tecmo Super Bowl.
TSB, it is.
And I think at home, all of you would probably agree.
I think so.
I think so. All right, so Tecmo Super Bowl, Zelda, Super Mario 3, and now we have, it looks like it says Super Mario 3, but that does not. Super Mario Brothers, the original.
Yeah. Versus Tetris.
Versus
the first.
Tetris. Tetris got here on some sort of technicality. It somehow squeaked in. There was some sort of bias
because
going
it's a great
on,
game.
but that's all right. Super Mario Brothers 1, the greatest game. Clearly, it invented console video games. It took a failing market of video games. Everyone's like, oh, nobody's going to play video games. And then Super Mario came along, and it blew kids' minds, and it shaped the world that we live in today. And Tetris is basically a cheap puzzle port game.
I think Tetris might have done
Game
the
Boy.
same thing.
Tetris is gone.
No.
SM Brothers 1. There's really no debate. It shouldn't even have been here in the first place.
Super Mario Brothers came with the console, but Tetris came with the Game Boy too. That's,
Listen, if anyone at home thinks that Anthony is right and I'm wrong about Tetris versus Super Mario Brothers 1, please comment on our YouTube page, comment on our Facebook page, and I will personally change it, and I will say I'm sorry to Anthony, and I will say that you're right. Okay?
I love that. Because it's going to happen. Come on,
All right.
people. You know it's the greatest puzzle game.
All right, so now we've broken this down to our final four. Zelda, Super Mario Brothers 3, Tecmo Super Bowl, Super Mario Brothers 1. We are going to get down next week to our final two. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
This is getting crazy.
All right. That is our debate segment for DKOldies.com. Whew.
All right.
What's
next?
Well, we're going to
play Zelda?
Oh, yeah, we're going to do gameplay. Let's play some Zelda. We love that game.
Alright, so we're not the biggest fans of Zelda, but I will say this is one of my favorite intro songs ever.
Great song.
Did this music come from Tetris?
Some of it did.
No, it didn't.
The gameplay, not the intro song. Alright.
So there's a Zelda cheat code that you guys are talking about, right?
Yeah. Did you put it in?
Yeah, I already put it in.
What is it?
Just
we want to
make
show
your
the
name
people, don't
Zelda when you register your name.
Do you have to do Zelda 0?
No, that's your level.
Oh, all right. So just
what does it do, Rich?
just Zelda.
Yeah, you just type in Zelda as your name, and then you start out on the Master Quest, which is the second playthrough. So,
Alright.
And what's the benefit of that?
It actually says in the instruction booklet, if you lose your data, you can do that to like start out, so you don't have to start all the way at the beginning.
Oh,
okay.
So
That's nice.
the second playthrough has some changes with some of the dungeons are in different spots. I think the enemies are a little harder.
So anyone who's played Zelda knows you gotta go get the sword from this old geezer. And the famous words, "It's dangerous to go alone. Take this."
Sounds kind of dirty.
Is it a sword? Is it a sword?
So, are we in the? Is this?
Oh,
This is the
start out
game.
with the-
Would that already be happening in the regular game?
Yeah, this is
all right.
That's how it always
same.
starts. You have full health, and you get this thing.
All right. You see how cartoony it is, and
Yeah, it's pretty
it's
cool.
like
I don't know, I'm like mixed emotions about this.
Fun fact, when I was younger, I thought that was a Cornel Macabre, not a sword.
this is a fun
That
fact.
is. Oh, give me that fairy! Give it to me! Give it to me!
What happens when you get the fairy?
Your life goes back full health. Well, it doesn't go full health, but it gives you...
No, we don't want to buy anything. I always do that. And you get stuck on start.
Just be
You gotta
patient.
rush to the...
Okay, so don't I have to like destroy a tree or something to get to the first
Well, that's-
I always
wanna-
thought he looked weird with his little shield going sideways. I never liked it.
What is the fish's name? Does anybody remember the fish's name?
Who cares?
Wanda.
Hey, baby.
It's Wanda.
Or is this a
The
guy?
fish that pops up
Oh, you
and
can't do
shoots
anything
out
there?
Is that? Is that from the movie, or did the movie take that? The movie?
I don't know why. I
these
forget
guys.
why the.
I thought you just go.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Go up here.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to get to the
Go
first
left.
dungeon.
Is everyone else bored by this?
You, because you hate it.
Get them bombs.
Bomb, baby.
So what can you do with the
Keep
bombs?
going
Down. The bombs you can blow up walls. You're in the. This is the what do they call this? Go down.
Is this like a repetitive maze of something?
Yeah, you got to go. A certain sequence will take you to the special.
Just keep going.
They go down.
I'm over here dodging.
Yeah.
You know you can
Oh
block
my-
their arrows with your shield, right?
Yeah,
That
use
might be
your
the
shield.
big shield.
Oh, man.
You're almost.
Oh, I forgot you can block.
You don't even remember where you're going. Like you can't
This-
put two. You can't. I don't think you have the ability to remember
Alright, go right,
two
go right.
two levels in a
Go
row.
right? Oh, I'm getting there, Drew.
Go
Oh
down.
yeah, isn't that the beginning?
Yeah, you can't. You got to do the sequence.
Oh, God.
I forget.
So I just botched this whole thing, and I died.
Give it to me. I'm playing.
Drew.
All right, look, I'll show you when you get out of here.
Continue. Continue or retry?
Continue. Go right.
Right. Don't be wasting bombs. You're out of bombs now.
Keep going right.
Look at the old head gameplay. It's just so nice.
Are you talking about me as old head?
Yes. I'm sorry. That was like experience points.
I was playing like before you were born.
You probably were.
Literally.
See that patience right there?
Yeah,
no,
but
either I forget up or right. I forget.
yeah, patience. Like in other games, it's like, oh, did you see that kick, that punch? This one's like, did you see how patient I just was? I am so good at this game. He's dying.
I didn't like the idea that you had to run through. You could run through your damage. It made
What?
it like,
Yeah, dude, that is like key to most video games. Wow.
You lasted even less. Can I try now?
All right, Rich, the master.
Do we have time?
He was playing before you were born. Are we good to keep playing?
minutes.
Rich, we'll let Rich show us up real quick, and then we'll.
See if I remember.
No, don't you go left? I know there's a tree.
I forget.
There's a
exactly.
tree that you either explode, or I should have played this last night.
There is a tree that's like you go into
Yeah,
for.
that's the dungeon, I think, or whatever.
I don't think anyone actually likes this game.
Dude, I just watched a video on my way here to work because I wanted to one-up you.
I think everybody
And
tells
people
them.
loved it.
I think everybody like says that they love it, and then they hear other people say it, and then they're like, "Oh, it's like such peer pressure to like this game."
Well, they liked it back then when it first came out.
I think the peer pressure went back then. I think that's where it started.
You know,
And then it continues on.
Miyamoto made this game and it was based off of him just adventuring in the woods and stuff, and that's how he got the idea for the game.
I heard Miyamoto made this game as like a joke, and then like people started like
Yeah.
saying they loved it, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I made it for real."
I heard that the whole map is based off of Tetris pieces. So if you had an overhead view of the map, it's all
It's
a
really
Tetris.
a Tetris plot.
Yeah. I mean, this is based off everything's based off Tetris. Yeah, here you go. Blow up a tree.
I don't have any bombs. Ah,
Pay me and I'll
I don't have enough money. Give me your money.
Alright. Let's wrap this up.
Oh,
Okay.
I lost.
Boring watching you play, Rich.
Yeah, I think Rich is worse than. At least we were dying. Things were happening.
Rich always brings it down another level. DK Oldies Sell Your Games, where we buy games every week, and we'll show you exactly what came in, and we'll show you the best of the best and what we like. Me, personally, I'm a video game collector. I love the minty boxes. I love the shiny labels. I love rare things, and we're going to show them to you here. First up, we got a bunch of collections in today, but we got some complete games that I wanted to show you. We got a Zelda Ocarina of Time. The collector's edition has the shiny top there.
Very cool.
Very
I love this
exciting.
game so much.
Comes with the gold Ocarina 64 game.
Wait, can I say something?
Sure, let's do the show you the
Why-
back of the game here.
Is it Ocarina or Ocarina? It's Ocarina.
I say Ocarina. So it must be Ocarina.
Is that dancing song called the Mocarina? It's called the Macarena. It's just like
The Macarena?
So you're saying an ocarina is the same as the Macarena?
it's a Macarena, whatever that thing is.
We got Super Metroid, greatest Metroid game ever made. One of the greatest video games ever made. It's right here. Complete. Oh, we'll show you the back here. All nice and glossy.
You got a nice cart.
We do have a nice cart. Didn't come with the thing, but DK Oldies will complete it for you. There's the cart
With
and
the plastic
the
and
beautiful manual. There's a
Very
Super
nice.
Metroid. Yeah, it's great. All right, we got this is a big one. Castlevania Dracula X with a box. You don't see that very often. You ever seen that before?
I've never seen it here.
For you who have never seen it, I will show you the back. Very exciting. Jay, you got a
Looks
good
really
look at
cool.
that?
Yeah.
Look beautiful.
Is he giving the finger?
It looks like he's giving that, but no, he has like he's given the I'm awesome, yeah, like the fist of awesomeness.
Castlevania.
All right, we're gonna open it up for everyone.
So this one has the plastic.
This is the first time I've opened it up and seen the manual. Looks
Really
never
nice.
opened. Perfect, like that. That's beautiful. And then
So unprofessional.
what's that?
I should have turned my phone on vibrate.
I agree. And then Castlevania Dracula X. I mean, who's calling you right now?
It's my wife.
Okay. You should.
When
Are you
that's
gonna-
said, it's just
We'll let that slide.
Are you going to yell at her when you get home to call you when she calls you during the podcast?
I'm yelling at myself right now for not putting my phone on vibrate. So I'm sorry.
All right, we got some PlayStation 1 games in. Little theme here. Mega Man X4. Mega Man X5. Mega Man X6.
Have you played the Mega Man disc games?
I have. They're I feel like they're closer up. It's like a little zoomed in of the
Yeah, it's
original
definitely
Mega Man.
Back
So we'll show you the backs here. Here's Mega Man X4. Mega Man X6. That's Mega Man X5. and Mega Man X6.
Very complicated way to present those.
Yeah. Everybody yells at me because they want to see the discs inside. So here's the discs. Do you want me to take the discs? I don't know. They want me to take the discs out? See the
That's
back?
Show the back of the disc.
Here's the back of the disc.
All black?
But this is pretty cool. Actually, behind the discs, they're all
Wow,
like
that
the
is
little
cool.
bosses. That's pretty neat.
That's why they want you to open
That's
them up
why
and
they
take
do
out.
it. That's right.
Ooh, that one's really cool. Looks like Dragon Ball Z.
I like the Mega Man
animation.
art. I like the Mega Man artwork.
I do.
Little
Yeah.
anime-ish.
You don't like the artwork on the first and second.
Right,
That's
the Ewok. Boom. That's what's
Oh,
happening
awesome.
there.
Look at
Wait
that
a second,
sword
wait a
he's
second.
got.
What is this? Does he have a sword?
Yeah, he's got a
like-
story. He has like a partner too that you like. It's
No
almost like a
kidding.
tag team. Like he can jump in and you can
Is
be
it-
like another guy. This other guy back here.
That's cool.
Zero, is that the other guy's name?
What a
Call him
bad
Red
name.
Mega Man.
Would you want your name to be
Mega
Zero?
Man.
Oh yeah, we got some NES games in too.
And Luigi.
Anthony, pronounce this.
I got you. That's simple.
What is that game?
I'm
This
French,
is-
so maybe I should say.
Zimpia.
Yeah,
L'Empereur.
La Empereur.
Yeah.
This is a strategy game,
Oh.
real-time strategy game, or a turn-based strategy game. I believe it's a turn-based strategy game, and to be Napoleon, declare some war on people. Comes with a cool map.
See, these are the games that you like, Drew.
Yeah, I like these. I never played this one. I like a little turn-based strategy.
Oh, that's cool. Napoleon was
You
a-
see that whole thing?
That looks real nice.
Oh, that's almost
The breakdown in front.
an exact rendition of Napoleon
Yeah.
from Bill and Ted.
Very cool.
Ziggy.
Kind of reminds me of the artwork from the Liberty or Death game for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I agree.
Remember that?
Yeah.
It's coming in real soon. There's the curled up manual. I don't even know if we
Got
can
a little,
sell
little
that.
crease there.
I don't
We
know.
can flatten that out.
Maybe.
Let the professionals flatten that out for us.
We do have manual flatteners here.
Ghost Lion. RPG style game.
I've
Sort
never
of like a
seen
Final
this
Fantasy
one
type game. Very rare. Very cool. Got a little save battery on the back, little gold label. Gold label, save battery. Okay. So, one more thing with Cellular Games that I got in. I was just walking by the table, and a PS2 controller of the Resident Evil 4 chainsaw. When these first came out, I thought they were so dumb. I was like, why are they making these things? And now, what is it, like 10 years later? I love them. They're awesome. I wish every game made a cool controller like this. But look at this.
This
You
is
pull it
pretty
up.
original.
Like, I'm going to be doing this all day. Be like, you pull up the little thing, and then you just go around and you just start like hacking people down.
I mean, don't.
I love
People
it.
you don't like, you just chop them up.
I love it. Okay.
Do we have that on the site?
So
Can
you
buy
got
it?
look, like it's got the blood on it. It's got
Like
it's a real
bloody
controller.
fingerprints
And when
stuff.
these
That's awesome.
come new, they have a cool gold case. You seen that?
Yeah, I have.
I mean, not gold.
It's like a
clear,
little
not gold.
collector's case.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
ones were GameCube. I don't know if like it's different with the.
I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
PS2 had ones
Did
that
they?
had the cases too. Yeah.
Can I?
Very cool. So that was our Cellular Game segment, but I did tell Anthony at the end here that whatever he picks out for the week, his favorite thing to test or whatever, that he can show off. And you have something gigantic.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Can
That's
you see
okay.
this?
Yeah.
Okay. So this has been
ahead.
sitting on my testing table for like months.
Wait, what is this thing called?
It's called the Activator. It's for the Genesis.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you know earlier today when we were drinking coffee, we were talking about the Activator?
We did. Oh yeah.
Do you remember that? Here, let's play a clip of that. All right, let's come back.
Were we talking about? Did we talk about anything? that you
No,
said?
no.
That's awesome.
You were there.
I know, but I was testing. Okay, and we're back. So this is the Activator, and what it is an octagon-shaped.
Can you see
Octagon.
it? Can you see it, Jay? Sorry to interrupt you,
okay.
Anthony.
So yeah, we got this cool guy here. It's from Three Ninjas, and what it is like the octagon is kind of like has sensors, and you can go right, left, forward, and back.
Take it out of the box.
I'm going to. And this, all right, the box doesn't look too great. When I opened this up, I was like, wow, this is really minty. I was with the manual. Some lady must have bought this for her kid, and he didn't like it. And never
Jay, you could see all this, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I'm not going to take it off, but one thing that I was
There's a
impressed
lot
with,
going on here.
in the VHS, in the plastic. Awesome.
For all you VHS collectors out there, you jump on that.
Grab this. And yeah, everything's still in the plastic.
So, in case people don't know what this is at home, this is an octagon you lay on the floor, right, Anthony?
Yeah.
And you stand in the middle of it, and it magically senses all your movements.
Well, it's kind of complicated.
and then we'll recreate it on the screen dynamically. So, if you were to... This is like the future
yeah, this
in
is
1990.
this
It was
is
like...
the first Wii concept.
Yeah.
You know?
So, it was
Is it
like...
for Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
This was basically one step before like a full-blown virtual reality
Yeah.
system.
And it didn't do too well, which I don't know. It's hard to use. It's got high sensors and low sensors, and
Like if you have this at home, you want to be careful not to have it on all the time because it'll sense all your motions.
yeah.
And then one day
and if you leave
could
it on too
destroy
long,
you.
it becomes like a black hole, and whatever goes in there just
I mean,
goes to wherever it goes.
What is this thing called?
The Activator for Genesis.
I never heard of it.
I didn't either until I played Mortal Kombat with it last night. Streets of Rage 2.
This is like when the Nintendo came out with the pad, right? And then they came out with this, or did this come out first? And then
Oh, no,
Nintendo
the
came
pad
out with the
came
pad
out.
and the robot and
That
all
came
that.
out way before. Here's the back of it. This is pretty cool.
Does it really have the lights?
No, it doesn't glow.
Does it really like shoot lasers like all over your body?
No. All right, hold on. I really want to get this guy in the shot. This is my favorite part about this. Can you see him? Look at this kid right here.
The reason
How serious can you be?
The reason I never heard of it is because it was so advanced technology at the time that the government just came in and shut it down.
It's got to be gone. We can't have people, getting this smart.
Is
The Activator.
Alien technology.
Thank you,
Activator.
Anthony. That was actually awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that thing.
like it.
I'd like to do a segment next week where you come up with a new thing to show everybody.
Sure.
And show them. Will you do that?
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right, great. That was the podcast, everybody. I want to thank everybody for watching, and if you can, please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get as many subscribers as we can. Tell your friends and like us. There's a little like button on there. Have you ever seen that like button, Anthony?
The thumbs up.
Yeah, just give us an old thumbs up, and then subscribe, and because we're going to be putting out all kinds of new videos and all kinds of new things.
Yep.
We're going to be telling you greatest games of other genres. And we want you to be there for us. So thanks a lot. Thanks for watching the DK Oldies podcast, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
What would you do if you had a nuclear weapon in space?
Yeah, just blow up the Earth. Just get rid of all of us. Too much negativity in this world. I'd be doing us a favor.
How would you do that? What's wrong with you?
That'd be cool. You wouldn't just blow everyone up?
DKOldies.